Barry Wallace from The Good Agent. Welcome to Silicon Island. Thank you for joining us. Very much appreciated. First of all, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and about your company?
So my name is Barry Wallace. I have set up a business called The Good Agent. Personally, I come from a background of IT. I worked for Accenture for 3 years. Wasn't for me, big corporate thing wasn't for me, so I decided to set up a company with a friend called The Good Agent. And basically, The Good Agent is it's an online estate agent that differs from the traditional model in a couple of ways. The first being that everything's fixed fee, unlike the traditional estate agent where it's commission based, and we don't believe that. For instance, it costs the estate agent twice as much to sell a house. It's worth 600,000 versus 300,000. And also, the way it's different is that you only pay for the services that you use. So, for instance, if you're a landlord and you're letting a property and you already have the photographs, you don't pay for them. So it's basically an a la carte menu of services that you do need. And within that, if you choose the very basic or the full fat package, you get 7-day weeks, 7 days support by phone or email. So it's one thing that we really want to be clear is that it's not an online business run by robots. There's very much a live team behind it.
So you would say that your user interface is what sets The Good Agent apart from, say, your traditional real estate agents?
Obviously, selling or letting a property can be quite a daunting process. So we've developed this really nice user interface that brings the user through a step-by-step guide of the estate agent process. And every step, they're given the option to do the step themselves, and in which case they're given all the support and advice and tools they need to do that step. Or they can just say, I want The Good Agent to do it, and then they pay for that. So it's literally click that button, you pay for that.
And how easy or difficult has it been to actually start up in Ireland in today's economic environment?
Personally, I found it actually quite easy. There's a lot of resources out there. The most difficult thing, I suppose, is getting the website to a standard that you're happy with. But from an administration point of view, I think I read a report recently that says Ireland is actually quite an easy country to set up a business, and places like the Revenue, which is really helpful, that kind of stuff. So there's definitely people out there willing to help if you need to help.
And what institutes or programs or grants have you guys utilised to actually get your business off the ground?
So we're currently looking at that at the moment, but because we're starting off, we're just focused on the Irish market. So Enterprise Ireland are quite export focused, and they're also quite employee focused. So we are talking to them, and we have got from the County Enterprise Board, which is a more local program, I suppose. We're getting free mentoring off them, which is quite helpful. But from a funding point of view, we haven't gone that route.
You guys have a really great and creative demo video up on your website. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So, I don't know what you're like, but anytime I go to a new website that's slightly different service, if it doesn't have a demo video, I immediately like, I don't have to read a whole page of what this is about. So I think that's the way the web is developing. Videos becoming essential on any website. And so the other good thing about videos is it really forces the people who are behind the business to nail their proposition. So you have to storyboard the thing, and it really gets you to focus on what you're offering. So we just went to a guy called Tommy Nagel in the UK, did it for £200 or £300, and we're really happy. Got great feedback from it, and it's just it really symbolises our brand. It's informative, but it's kind of a bit fun. It's not too serious.
So, definitely very engaging, very fun feel. Very much gets a different personality across from what you expect from traditional real estate agents. How's your customer feedback been to that kind of approach?
Yes, from day one we wanted to be, helpful, but again a bit too greasy or fun. But on our website, we want, as I said before, we want it to be very clear that there is a team behind us. We want our personalities to come out through the website, through our email communications, throughout the website, through the videos, etc. So we found that you don't want to be too serious with customers, because it's just not, it doesn't build a personal connection if you're very serious and very formal. So we've gone for that slightly more engaging and slightly more fun feel. But yeah, having said that, we are being completely professional about our communications.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about funding quickly. How have you guys gone about it? Have you bootstrapped, or have you got an investment? What approach have you taken?
So the approach we took is to, myself and the co-founder Shane Murphy decided to get the website to a market-ready position. and then look for investment. In that way, we can gain control more of the shareholdings. And from there, we got angel investment, mainly from friends and family, played some outside investors. And then you mentioned bootstrapping. We're bootstrapping to the extent that we're trying to be as cost effective. For instance, in our marketing, we're using a lot of Google AdWords, we're using on social media, a lot of press releases, which are very cost effective ways of doing it. But also, we've I don't know if you've heard the website Seedups. It's a very interesting proposition that startup businesses put a business plan on this website, and then investors have the potential to look at that. And so we've got a good bit of interest out of that as well.
And in terms of obstacles, what obstacles have you guys faced? What have you had to overcome in getting your startup off the ground?
So I suppose the industry that we're in, we get a lot of feedback asking, are we a little bit crazy setting up an estate agent in this kind of climate, which is completely understandable. But then, the counter argument to that is that it's exactly the right time to do this, because people, we're actually running a bit of a survey at the moment online about people's impression of estate agents, and it's 98% negative. So it's people are crying out for an alternative to the expensive commission-based traditional model, and so I think we're offering that a more flexible service.
And finally, Barry, is there any advice that you could give to people out there, prospective startups wanting to get their own business up and running?
Yeah, the one I always say is just shout about your business. I think some people, and I think I was like this as well, is you're quite coy and cagey about your idea in case somebody goes out and steals it. But I think it's really helpful just to shout about your idea, talk to everybody who's willing to listen. It's very unlikely that someone will go and steal your idea. Better things to do. But also, if you've got an idea of what that business is in your head, you've already got an advantage over anybody else who's going to want to duplicate it. So, my advice would be just share about your business, talk to everybody you can, give as many opinions as you can.
Barry Wallace, thank you very much for joining us, and wish you all the best, man. Cheers.
Cheers.